Welcome to What Would We Know, our group chat on branding, pop culture, and whatever the internet is doing.
Something is always happening and we always have thoughts.
I'm Brooke and I work as a creator and in the marketing space, so I spend a lot of time online trying to figure out what is actually worth paying attention to.
And I'm Georgia, a graphic designer and branding girly, which means I'm always noticing details and trying to understand why something works.
Between the two of us, we have a lot of opinions.
Just not always a clear answer, because honestly,
what would we know?
Hello, Miss Georgia. We're now back again being distantly challenged. How's your week been?
My week has been quite good. I'm quite happy to be back in Australia. However, I'm back in my jet lag era and sleep is minimal, so that is not ideal. However, having access to just an Australian supermarket and all the things that we have has been really nice, and I'm making the most of it because I feel like we were deprived of fresh fruit and vegetables for quite some time.
I couldn't agree more. That literally, like, it's like you're happy to be away on a trip, like that's really fun, but you don't realize like how good you have it at home. Like our access to fruit and vegetables, our like produce and stuff is just top tier. And you really notice it when you go away and you have like different produce. You're like, bring me back. Let me get a pink lady apple. Like that will heal me.
I think I was looking at my bank account, and when we went to Whole Foods, I got a fruit salad little cup thing, which I ended up not being able to eat because I was sick and it burnt my throat. So that was devastating. I think it was like 15 Australian dollars and it was tiny.
I'm saying that fruit is quite expensive at the moment because I bought 4 apples and it totaled $9 and half a honeydew melon, and that was $7.80.
Where did you go shopping?
Woolworths, first mistake.
That's crazy. I actually got some fruit from Aldi this week and it was more expensive, but I think because I've been used to the American prices, I thought
everything's on
sale.
What a
bargain. Everything's on sale.
Literally, that's why when I went to get coffee the other day, I was like $6. But in my head, I was like, that's actually really good because the coffee in America, including tip, was like 13 AUD. So it's like genuinely half price.
Not having to worry about a tip is also really nice.
It is. Have you seen anything fun floating around on the internet this week that you want to talk about?
Wait, do you have anything for your week?
That was my week. My week is similar to yours.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, there's nothing exciting with my week. I've got nothing positive to say, so I'm skipping it.
It's an internet thing.
You obviously know nothing about the internet.
Gossip? I hate gossip.
Tell me more.
Where on the internet?
In the Instagram.
Well, what have I seen this week on the internet? A couple of things. Was maybe like not the most recent, but still kind of recently. A video went viral of Noah Lyles, who's the American sprinter. I don't know if you've seen this. He was getting married to a Jamaican sprinter, and their videographer decided to do like a first reveal of the dress, just them two. It was not good. His reaction was terrible. I think that we could maybe put the clip in of what he said. It was, to start off with, he starts walking backwards, doesn't say anything, and it wasn't like in a, oh my God, way. It was like a, what are you wearing way, kind of. He didn't compliment her one. And he was like, oh, wow, you went with the princess dress.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail. That is not what you want to hear on your wedding day.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow. I didn't think you would go with the princess dress. I didn't see you for a princess dress style. Dang, that's a train. And we're supposed to spin in this?
No.
Your little dress reveal that you've been excited for. So yeah, we should insert the clip because it was wild, and he deserves all the hate for that.
I have seen a lot of commentary around it, and I believe she came out defending him, saying like oh no, it's because he thought that I was going to wear a mermaid dress. And it's like, regardless, it's not hard to slip a comment in. Even if you don't like the dress, you could still slip a comment in, like a compliment in.
The lack of one compliment is not okay.
Something that I don't know if you've ever seen is the NFL tunnel fits. So it is like, NFL is obviously the National Football League in America, and they do this thing where all of the players, as they're arriving to the game, all wear, when I say fancy outfits, I mean they're just wearing not football clothes, and some of them really lean in. Like Travis Kelce, for example, will wear funny suits, and like they really like put effort into it. Like it's a very well thought out part of the NFL team marketing. Like most of the teams,
that's like a little fashion show.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fashion vibe moment, and most of the teams will post what their players are wearing each game, and it's like something people genuinely look forward to every game. In Australia, that's not something we do for our sports. Everyone typically arrives in their like team kit. Like if you play for the Bulldogs, you're rocking up in your Bulldogs jersey, like gear. But the Melbourne Demons in the AFL have started doing tunnel fits, and it's kind of iconic because I think they like warned all of their players like, we're going to post this on social media, and some of the players have fully like fitted themselves out. I'm sure it's what they actually wear on the weekends, but they look great, and I think it adds such like a three-dimensional part to the players because we're so used to seeing them as like active sports people, but we don't really know their personality, and then them being allowed to do like a little bit of a fashion moment is like, look, we're multifaceted gems.
It is quite fun. I used to like watching, I didn't follow anyone in particular, but I would see often the NFL version of this. I used to always see Jason Kelsey, who like did not care whatsoever. Meanwhile, his team is all like dressed up in expensive stuff, which I thought was quite funny. I also think they probably get more partnership opportunities from doing stuff like this.
Agree. I think it's like all round a good thing, and I wonder how many other clubs will follow suit because it's so not a thing that's done here, but it's not hard to do. And I'm sure the players much prefer wearing their own clothes in than a uniform.
Maybe. But also, is it just like another thing that you have to think about? Like they have 20 or something
100%.
games here. So you know you have 20
Literally.
extra outfits here.
Has to get a stylist, and their partner's at home picking out their outfits.
Literally. I'll have to look that up because I do love that idea. I have also seen this week, in my jet lag, I've been up at 2 a.m. and what else is there to do than scroll TikTok? I had no idea who these people were before I saw this about 2 days ago. It's Stephen McBee and Ali, I'm not sure her last name. They're like American influencers, and he's on a reality show. Like he is like a farmer in Texas or something. I'm not really sure what the show, something Dynasty. Maybe it's McBee Dynasty. Do you know what that is? Oh,
I know there's a Duck Dynasty, so I assume it's like a similar premise.
I have no idea. Anyway, they went to Stagecoach, which was the concert after Coachella, and he was with his partner Ali for like 2 days, and then she stayed for the third day. He went home. Someone sent him a video of her with some guy. The video is literally her just standing with a guy. Nothing is in the video. He starts going off on her on text, like horrible, disgusting things, calling her horrible things, literally unhinged about her cheating on him, all this stuff. He puts it on his stories. She starts screenshotting the messages because I think she's like, I haven't done anything to you. And the messages that he sent her are like disgusting. And that kept going back and forth until he's maybe realized or been told that you have come across terribly in this. And he removed it all and then issued an apology. And then I keep seeing people saying, because they have a new the show is coming out, I assume Ali's on the show. I don't really know because I think I was a little bit in the American algorithm after I was there, that this is a promotion for it, which I feel like cannot be the case. I think he just needs to get offline, and I think he needs his show revoked. He should not have a platform.
That is insane behavior.
Literally, it was insane behavior.
I'm luckily not on that algorithm, but my also jet-lagged algorithm has delivered me some fun things, and I'm sure you know Lily Allen's fun album that's out. She's currently doing tours, like concerts, and she's had her sort of like gimmick at the show is there's one song about Madeline, which is about the girl that her husband cheated on her with, and she like is like having a go at this woman. And at every show, she picks a Madeline, and some of them have been like non-celebrities, like they've been men, and she'll just like sing to one man in the audience, and like the spotlight goes onto them, and it's like really iconic. But she's fully leaned into it now, and she's had some fun celebrity cameos, and the two were like literally yesterday and the day before, and they're one of them is a very controversial character, and I know that I shouldn't love them, but I do, and it's Trisha Paytas. She was the first one, and she fully leaned in. And then the one last night, which is one of my all-time favorite Real Housewives celebrities, it was Lisa Rinna.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Are they in the crowd as well?
They're in the crowd, and they literally stand up and they're like doing the bit, like they're dancing along, and it's so iconic.
That's so funny. I do love that. I love a bit of a crowd moment, getting them involved.
Absolutely.
I think since Taylor Swift did it with the hat, more and more people are trying to like incorporate that style of thing into a concert. Like the Sally.
Agree.
And I've been seeing a lot about The Devil Wears Prada being out in a couple of days, people at the premiere, and everyone seems to have good things to say, which I'm very happy about. know that you hated this when we were in America, but I was stoked to be able to watch the Laguna Beach reunion, the 20-year reunion, because the channel that it's on is only in America and we had access to it. I almost wish I didn't see it. It was so disappointing. There's no way I was going to convince Brooke to be able to watch Laguna Beach now because the reunion was
The sequel
not
gave
it.
us nothing. The reunion was giving boring. Boring.
It was giving boring. I was bored and I was invested in these people. So I'm glad that that's not going to be the case for The Devil Wears Prada, hopefully.
No, and I do like that, the premieres happened and people aren't exactly telling it. Like, I know that most of the time if you go to a premiere, you're embargoed and you can't talk about the film. But I actually have seen no spoilers and that feels really good to me. And I don't know if it's just because I'm not on the spoiler algorithm, but I'm hoping by the time I watch it, I still have no spoilers and I can have a genuine first reaction.
Agree. I also think it's quite exciting to be excited for a movie. I think so many movies now go straight to a streaming platform and to go to the movie. I don't even remember the last time I went to the movies. It's fun.
Bring back going to the movies.
Agree. I just don't think there's that many good movies at the movies anymore.
No, and I also think we don't see trailers because we don't go to the movies. I fear I used to go to the movies and then at the end, at the beginning, you see all the fun trailers and you go, oh, I have to come back for that. And then you know when it's coming out and you go. But once you fall out of the cycle, you're out of the cycle.
Okay, group chat, ladies.
Good news or bad news?
I know Rena has her own receipt.
Are you out of your
Our group chat gives us life.
Shall we open up the marketing group chat and see what fun marketing newsy things that we have stumbled across this week?
Let's do it. Do you want me to go first?
Yes, I'm intrigued to see if we have any of the same because we've not really discussed them.
No. Okay, well, my first one is about Acquired Styles' Bachelorette trip to St. Bart's. Was this one of yours?
Yes. Amazing.
I have been seeing so many videos about this. I also unknowingly was following one of the girls on the Bachelorette trip as well. So I saw people's opinion pieces on it, and then I saw people living it real time through me following them. If you don't know who Acquired Style is, she's a New York influencer who she just got 1 million followers on Instagram while she was on her honeymoon, Bachelorette trip. The controversy is she had this big extravagant Bachelorette trip. They went on a private jet and it was essentially a paid brand trip because they were sponsored by Swan Beauty, which is an AI mirror that gives you beauty tutorials and skin analysis and all different things. I think it's $800 US, so it's not cheap. Also, it's a small company. So this Bachelorette trip was expensive. Private jets, yachts, they were living the luxury life. And people are kind of questioning how even what's it called? Swan Beauty was making money. But it turns out the lady's husband, the owner of Swan Beauty's husband, is a billionaire and owns the yachts and the private jets. So I think the ROI is fine because they've got money. People are saying that it's arguably maybe a really good marketing move because no one would have any clue who this company was before this. And they're kind of doing attention hijacking marketing style, and love that for them.
Agree. And I think being a really small brand has meant that, if it was a Tarte sponsored brand trip, I think it loses what is this? How can they afford that? Because people know that Tarte has money. But Swan Beauty, people have no idea who Swan Beauty is. They didn't know what the product was. So it's required people to go out and search what it is. And they've probably gone onto the website. So now Swan Beauty has their pixel data and can now do targeted ads for them. So it feels like a really, in the boardroom, hypothetically, if she was in the boardroom trying to pitch this, I'm sure they would have said, we don't have the budget for this. We can't do this. But it's actually low-key genius. And I've seen all the backlash of people being you shouldn't have your Bachelorette trip sponsored. I can't believe you flown on a private jet. I've seen so many things about it. And I watched The Toast, which is a really fun podcast. Love them. They definitely speak their mind. I think if we said some of the things they say in Australia, we get done for defamation, but, must be very nice. They were saying that They called it Acquired Gate, which made me giggle.
Her entire bachelorette party was sponsored.
No, this was on another level.
They flew her private with all of her friends to St. Bart's. The second the bachelorette party started and they were posting about acquired air, like the jealous wenches had to come out of the woodwork. You know, this is out of touch. They were coming at it from so many angles, just finding a reason to hate it because they're jealous.
I just want to say, I don't even think it's out of touch. Acquired was such a normal girl. Like, she's actually just like you.
She's also the definition of a hustler. Like, she didn't blow up during COVID.
No,
like, she has just been making hair videos
steady
in her apartment.
Good, consistent content. Like, anyone can do it. And it's not like she spent the money on this trip. Like, she worked to a place where a brand brought her on this trip. And like, it's not out of touch, because if you did that, any one of you who are like being jealous and saying it's out of touch, like, you would go on it in 1 fucking second. It's the most relatable thing ever, actually.
And they were talking about how, like, if you had the opportunity to have your bachelorette trip sponsored and go to St. Bart's on a private jet on a yacht, you would do it too. Like, if you're mad about it, you're jealous.
Of course you would. Yeah, agreed. If you didn't have to pay for all this stuff, why would you not?
Absolutely. And it is something she's been using. If you scroll back through her videos for months and months and months, she has been using this mirror. So it's not like it's just drop of the hat and she's not, like, they've been working on this and planning this partnership for so long that I think it is genuinely organic to her because she is using it.
And then an additional thing to that is her Acquired Style and her sister own a brand called, like, I think it's Fifi. Like, it's a play on their last name. I don't know if that's how you say it. It's a loungewear style brand. They just teased the launch of a St. Bart's collection.
Wow.
So this Bachelorette is giving business trip and they're writing it all off.
I think it's honestly really smart. Like, you've got to lean in, especially, like, I think because one of their other friends, I don't know if she was on the Bachelorette trip, Jazz, she had a huge wedding and people called it like the royal wedding of TikTok. And she posted real time for her wedding and it was such a big day. And I assume these girls saw that and thought, you know what? We too shall lean in. Because I think, like, for an influencer, especially an American influencer who can monetize on views and stuff, this is such a once in a lifetime opportunity genuinely for them to have like a viral content series. Like, I can only imagine the amount of money she made from her content across her Bachelorette trip just from views alone.
Agreed. And most people are out here spending all this money and she's making it.
I think this is the other one that you have. So I feel like I'm going to be spoiling your one because you kind of made me interested in this. And it is the Sierra, West, Amanda, and Kyle saga from Summer House.
Oh, yeah.
So the TLDR, it's too long, didn't read. This is the Scandival of, like, the Vanderpump Rules Scandival version for Summer House. If you ever saw Scandival, it's kind of that vibe, but for Summer House. So the characters, we have Kyle, who began Summer House, which is a Bravo TV series. Kyle began season 1 of Summer House in like 2016 or something, like a long time ago. And on season 2, he meets a girl called Amanda. She begins on the show by being a girl that Kyle is seeing. And Kyle and Amanda stay together. They get married. There is a lot of drama about those two on the show because Kyle is not necessarily the greatest partner to her. He cheats on her, but they both have conflict. Like, it's not a one-sided thing. There's both conflict. But Amanda leaves that relationship at the end of last year, and everyone is like, thank God you're out. He cheated on you, those sort of vibes. Like, she's kind of getting a good edit now. Then we have Sierra and West. Sierra came onto the show maybe season 2 or 3 and befriended all of the girls, and she was lovely, like a really like wholesome character. She ended up in a toxic situationship with a guy named West, and he came well late into the show. Then they are on again, off again, and this whole last season has been everyone almost like shipping them together and saying, oh, they're going to get back together. Sierra and Amanda are besties. They are locked at the hip, and Amanda's giving Sierra advice that, like, you know, you're going to find someone better. You shouldn't be with him. He's not good for you. Those sort of vibes, like proper girl's girl situation. Rumours were swirling at the beginning of the year after Kyle and Amanda broke up that Amanda was seen hooking up with West, which alarm bell should be ringing because that is her friend Sierra's situationship man. And heaps of people from the show came out saying, no, this could not be real. Everyone's got this wrong. This is a silly rumor. Amanda would never do such a thing to her dear friend Sierra.
Mhm.
She did do said thing. They address the rumors by announcing their relationship, and the internet goes wild, assuming there's been some weird crossover. We don't know if there's been some weird crossover, but it is everywhere.
The drama that is continuing from that is it's a Bravo show, I think, and there has been multiple leaks from the reunion that
Yes.
is causing chaos for Andy Cohen, I'm sure.
Like, why? You went from being married, and I'm not saying your relationship was perfect, but you went from being married to being one of West Side bitches? That's crazy. This is unnecessary.
The statement came out incredibly rushed because of how insane it all became. Like,
you got smoked out.
So why did you feel?
No, there was a video that was out there, and the last thing I wanted was for us to continue denying it, and for this video of me taking in a very vulnerable, intimate situation.
It's doing a lot for the show. I think it's getting more. I don't think we ever really. Well, you have heard of it because you're chronically all about reality TV. I don't believe I would have heard about Summer House as much if all this stuff didn't happen, and it's like continuing to happen.
Yes. And the thing is, the leaks from the reunion, so typically the reunion and the actual season is filmed like quite a distance apart. So it'll be like they will finish, and that's like normally quite fine. But then the reunion sometimes relates to things that have happened in between. And now the reunion has all of this saga about them cheating. So we don't believe the two people getting together / cheating. We don't know the situation. Allegations. Let's say allegations. Allegedly. There has been leaks from the reunion, and the leaks are diabolical. They go for like 2 or 3 minutes. Someone recorded it and uploaded it to the internet, and then they caught the person who did it because of a internet sleuth who figured out who did it. And because they got caught, they decided, you know what? Let's release some more tapes. And they released 2 more, and they are insanity. Like, I am not up to date with Summer House. I usually batch watch reality TV. Like, I'll get in like a stream and I'll be watching one franchise for so long, and I haven't watched Summer House since like seasons 3 or 4. Like, I'm really behind, but I think I will have to get back up to date because it's going to be crazy.
I wonder what the turnaround time is usually from when they record the reunion to when it comes out on TV as well. Because I almost think they're going to have to speed it up now.
Absolutely. For Vanderpump Rules, they did speed it up, and I think it ended up being like a month, and they had a 3-hour reunion. 3 hours.
Oh, wow. That's really long.
And every second of it was brilliant. I watched it all on slow mode to just enjoy it even more.
And you're a 2-time speed gal.
I know. So I think, hopefully the turnaround of the reunion isn't too quick because I need to get up to date. So check back in, and hopefully I will be up to date prior to the reunion coming out.
Hopefully. And then I don't have to watch it. You can just tell us what happened.
Absolutely.
Another thing I have seen this week is that Spotify and Peloton have a partnership. Spotify is getting into the fitness game. It's giving, so you have to be a premium Spotify subscriber.
Damn.
And then you have, I know, you have access to 1,400 ad-free on-demand classes, including like strength, cardio, yoga, meditation. And then
what?
I think Peloton has like certain trainers that are like well-known. And so there's like certain trainers that are on this kind of way for people to smart for Peloton, because
incredibly,
not everyone can afford a Peloton. They're very expensive. And then not everyone, that's generalization. A lot of people already use Spotify, so they're like tapping into such a huge audience.
Yeah.
And are able to compete with like Apple Fitness and stuff. So I think it's quite interesting.
A very try before you buy moment. Like, you can really try out the Peloton system as well, and then go, if I really like the style of workout, I can then go and invest in a Peloton if you have the house space for it. Unfortunately, as a girl that doesn't have Spotify Premium, this is devastating, but I have nowhere in my house to do a home workout.
Nearly 70% of premium users say they work out monthly. So there's a lot of people that can benefit from this.
Absolutely.
It's not me, because I'm on a family plan and I don't get that.
I am intrigued to see, like, I wish we could see the pipeline for brands like Spotify and stuff who have had a very like traditional product offering for ages. But then in the last year, they've introduced Spotify video. They've introduced like audio books that you can get for free. And then now the fitness part, it's like, what is their actual like 5-year plan of what they want to introduce?
Agree. That would be very interesting. My final thing that I saw, which is not necessarily marketing related, but maybe soon it will be, is that skinny jeans are up 99% in popularity right now.
Oh. Okay, I know this is not exactly related to what you said, but I notoriously do not own winter activewear. And by that, I mean all of the activewear that I own is like shorts. And this morning I was trying to, like, I've got one pair of winter activewear. Like, I've got one pair of Lululemon Align tights. Other than that, I'm cooked. So I was having a little search this morning about like what long activewear I could wear. And as I'm looking at the flared legging versus like the actual just normal like skinny leg legging, I'm thinking it is giving skinny jean, and I don't know if it's for me. Like, I feel kind of uncomfortable in the Aligns because it just feels wrong.
I can't believe you only have one pair of tights.
They're like literally right next to me too, because I put them on to go to Pilates yesterday, but had to cancel late because I was too jet lagged to go.
Oh no. Well, that's all I have. So we hope and pray that skinny jeans don't come back. But unfortunately, I think it could be coming.
I worry they will return, but
makes perfect sense.
Is that
Common sense.
Common sense.
Common sense.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense.
shall we move on to the sense check of the week, which is something along the lines of why going viral won't help you if the video is not about what you genuinely post and talk about.
So many people want to become content creators this day, which is great. However, I think some people think that just by going viral is the answer. Going viral is great if it is for your target audience or the kind of area that you want to grow in. I think trying to get viral moments just for the sake of it is more brand damaging than beneficial. What do you think?
Yes, I learned this a bit the hard way in the beginning when I was doing my content creating journey. I really did not know what I wanted to post. I had my first video was like viral. So I was like, oh, I now post about this topic nonstop. And then I tried to post something different, didn't really do well. Okay, great. Then I post like something that did go viral, but it wasn't related to what I was originally posting. So it all felt a bit disjointed and directionless. And I think you get like a little bit more stuck. And the way I like to think about it, if you want to become a cooking content creator, there are so many types of videos you can make about cooking. Going to the grocery shop would still make sense. Trying other foods would still make sense. Trying snacks would make sense. If you then go and post a video of you skydiving, it goes mega viral. It gets 100 million views and people follow you because of that video. The next time you post a cooking video, the algorithm is going to push out your cooking video to the people that follow you. And those people followed you from a skydiving video. They don't know that you post cooking. And then they see your video and scroll on because they don't care about cooking. And then it automatically suppresses your video to the people you want to see it because the first people to interact with it are the ones that follow you, and they've given it a negative marker to the algorithm of the video. So sure, it will help your analytics for the month that you go viral, but after that, it's going to make it harder for you to get traction for the things that you're already doing. That's right.
Unless you want to start doing it, then obviously broaden your horizons, you can do it. But I think it's just not the way. I think maybe like the algorithm is always changing. So maybe like previously that was fine. But the other thing is you get pushed out into so many people that you don't necessarily have positive comments either. So you're now also dealing with just horrible people saying things that they really have no right to say. And I just think strategy is important. Not that like everything has to be specific, but doing stuff for the sake of virality is like not the most ideal way, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's something that I spoke to you about when it comes to, because I really am passionate about Georgia becoming a content creator. I literally probably mention it to her about 12 times a week. I just think it is required to happen. So everyone go message Georgia and tell her she needs to start posting. But there are so many different types of content you have to make. So let's talk about myself, for example, because it's easier to give examples about me. when I make content about cleaning, because that's what I'm talking about at the moment, if I'm going to make content about cleaning, there's 3 types of content you can make. There is top of funnel content. That's content that applies to anyone, people that may have never seen you before that can apply to. And that is what I did when I first wanted to get into posting cleaning content. I posted a video about why I bought 5 kilos of citric acid, because if you don't know, you need to clean your washing machine, and I didn't know, and this is how I have learned to do it. That video got like 250,000 views and it did really well. And then I made a longer video, which I would consider my middle of funnel. A longer video was about 5 minutes of me explaining in depth why I clean my washing machine, how I clean it, and all of that process. So it's more information, but you're only really going to watch that video if you know of me and you care about cleaning. So, and then the bottom of funnel is the videos that you can post that your followers know you. They know all the prior information about you, so you can be a little bit more long-winded with things. Like if I wanted to post a video of me going through my cleaning cupboard and it's 7 minutes long, that's a bottom of funnel video, because the people that are going to find that of value are the people that follow me, they like my cleaning content, and they want more cleaning content. But it's not going to appeal to the people that I'm just scrolling on my For You page and see a video about a cleaning cupboard. They don't know why they should care about that. So having a viral moment works if it's a top of funnel pillar for you. So if you're wanting to get into skydiving content of here's how I go skydiving every Thursday, post your skydiving video and then figure out how you can make that your pillar. But it doesn't make sense to just randomly drop it in if it's not related to anything you're currently posting or wanting to currently post.
Agreed.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I love that we're on the
100%
same page.
agree.
100% agree.
100% agreed.
For the special interest groups?
I like that. Clubs for special interests.
All right, I'll put the prezzies here.
Taking a special interest in
For
me.
special interest in this case.
Let's move on to our special interests and what we're obsessed with this week. Do you want to go first?
I have debated with myself about what I was going to bring to the table, because I have many options. This week I've got lots of special interests. One of them is being home. Hopefully next week it'll be having a regular sleeping routine, but that is not this week. This week my special interest is my heated throw. About 3 winters ago, I bought a heated throw from Kmart. At the time, I think it was $35. Inflation has hit that product. We'll get to that. But the heated throw I would use in my office at my mum and dad's house where I was living at the time. And it was so handy because then you don't have to turn the heater on. I find the heater noise really overstimulating. So just having the heated throw was wonderful. And now I have 2 heated throws because I have one in my bed. Like I use it like in between the sheet and the doona to warm up my bed because I don't like the feeling of the electric blanket beneath me. It's overstimulating. I think I have issues. But having the heated throw in the bed is so good. But I don't want to have to take it out every day to come to my office. Privileged, I'm aware. So I went to Kmart
come to my office, which is just next door in the same house.
Once I come to my office, it's 20 meters. Not even 20 meters. Maybe I'll count for you. I think it's 4. But I wanted to get one that could just permanently stay on my desk chair because I like to wrap myself up in it. I'm currently wrapped up in it right now and it's lovely. But the $35 heated throw is now $42. But that's okay. The amount of money it has saved me is astronomical because the average cost to run a heater across winter for like 6 hours a day, so that works out to be roughly $400 a winter. And to use a heated throw all day, every day across winter costs $50.
That is a bargain.
So that's my long-winded special interest. How about you?
You could actually have influenced me with that special interest because I also always have a blanket, even in summer. I like to be cozy. But since I got back from America, I feel like the weather has changed and I am cold at my desk. And I think that could be on the cards for me. Hate that inflation has taken the price up though, but
it's worth it.
Glad. My special interest this week is, well, it's not this week. It's just I love it, but I was deprived of it for 2 weeks when I was gone, and it is my ergonomic mouse. I just need everyone to know that Brooke has bullied me about this mouse many a times. It's not cute, which is fine, but like I spend a lot of my day doing design things. The trackpad and my head, it's just not it. Even a normal Apple mouse, the way you have to charge it, silly. An ergonomic mouse, now that I was without it for 2 weeks, has made me miss it so much, and I would recommend it to everyone. It's like life-changing. My hand is never sore, my wrist is never sore. I think everyone should get one. That's how passionately I feel about an ergonomic mouse. And if anyone bullies you like Brooke, they don't know what they're missing out on.
I will be honest, she did mention this day 2 in America. That's how annoying it was for her to not have one. Day 2, she was already saying, get me back that ergonomic mouse.
I didn't take any mouse at all, so that was problematic, but specifically my ergonomic one is
I know. I just don't think I
amazing.
use a mouse enough for like what I do. I have no like creative talents. I just edit videos mainly all day. So for me, I'm mainly typing. I use keyboard shortcuts for all of my video editing. I very rarely use the mouse.
True. Well, maybe won't apply to everyone, but if you're constantly using a mouse and you have a sore wrist, even if you don't, this will prevent you from ever getting one.
Maybe I'll get one to test because I'm looking for some more things for my tax deduction. Here's another loose special interest we have this week, and it is a drama that you had in America, and it is the Sephora refund saga. Would you like to tell your truth?
I would love to. This is crazy that, like, this is just so different to what we have in Australia. In America, I feel like you can return things even if you've used them, without a receipt, it seems. I bought this Crown Affair hair towel that Brooke was like, this has got great reviews. And I was like, I would love a towel to dry my hair. It's one of my least favorite things to do. I didn't love it. Brooke was like, you can return it. And I was like, I don't think I can. That's crazy. And she's like, no, you definitely can. So I Googled it and you could. So I did. Because I bought it through the Sephora sale, I didn't have the receipt, but it was on my account. I was like ready for them to say no, because in Australia, if you don't have the receipt, I feel like it doesn't matter if it's on your account. They're like, no, especially if it's been opened. And she was like, yeah, no problem. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, would you need me to tap my card to get the refund? And she was like, no, it should, like, some banks, it just goes back to your bank. And I thought,
I've been scammed.
I don't really know. I've been scammed. I don't really know what to do now. Okay. And I was like, it's fine. Like, I'm going to have to accept that I'd have just lost now $80 because they wouldn't let me tap my card to get the refund. I'm probably never getting it. Then our last night, I look at my bank account. My refund from Sephora is there. So somehow, through me buying it a week prior, my bank is somehow, like, it memorized it, or I don't really know.
But we found out many things about each other on this trip that we did not know prior. We thought we knew everything. Some of them we'll have to save for another day. But I found out Georgia has incredibly thick hair, and I have the same amount of hair as a small mouse. Like, I have fine hair. I have a normal amount of hair, but the strands are just like really fine that if you look at them in the sun, they don't exist. So I think any hair towel would work like magic for me. I just need a hair towel in general and it will dry instantly. I can Dyson air up my entire head with curls in 15 minutes. That's the lack of hair I have. Georgia, on the other hand.
Must be nice.
Yeah, I think it would take you 3.5 hours. So hate to brag, but thin hair girls, we might go bald soon, but it's okay.
And you can dry your hair quickly with a Crown Affair hair towel.
Absolutely, for $80. It's a lifetime purchase for me, okay? It's not going to get worn out. There's not much hair in there.
Work wife to work wife.
Or do you have any advice?
But you know that makes you also the wife.
You make the call. They call me.
Work wife.
My work wife wisdom, it's kind of something I learned from when we were at Social Media Week, and one of the speakers was a content creator, and they were talking about their brand partnerships and that kind of thing. And she was talking about, if you want to become a content creator, really making sure that, yes, you can create things for a brand with the idea of trying to get a partnership from someone, but to continue regardless to post organic content. So not all of your content comes across as ad-like, and it's really still organically you and that kind of thing. And then even to make your future content easier, because you're already creating content, brands can say, oh, I want that style of video that you're already organically posting.
Yeah.
I think that is my little tip if you are wanting to make content, is to still do organic stuff.
Yeah, like I think I see all the times that people will do different styles of content for their ads they wouldn't normally do normally. And if that's going to work for an ad, it's probably going to work as a normal piece of content. So why aren't you making that content normally? Because then it is easier for you to have a partner for that kind of video in the future. Like if you are doing a brand deal for a keyboard and you're showing your work from home setup, you could then do a video about other things in your work from home setup. Like, oh, this is the diary that I use. Even if you're not being paid for it, it's not brand damaging for you to talk about a brand's products, even if you're not being paid for. Like, I think you're more likely to get a partnership with other brands if you're talking organically about brands, if that's something that you're wanting to do.
Agreed. And even for brands, them getting an organic video from you and you can tag the brand, they might then pay you for that video.
I think we needed this therapy session today. I believe that's all we have time for. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. It'll help us. If you give us a 5-star review, I will love you 5 ever. If you have something you want us to talk about, please send it as a DM to myself, the show, wherever. We're very grateful that you listen. I'm very grateful for my invite to lasagna dinner at George's house last week, even though I couldn't go because I live in Perth.
No, Brooke had
I
to
think
fly
that's
home
all.
business. It must be hard.
Okay, for the record, you can't just drop that in without me giving a disclaimer. I used points. I bid to upgrade my last flight home. Georgia was not on. She was not on that flight. She was already, she was going on a different flight. I bid to upgrade my flight with points, and I got it. Sue me for being a points person, but you are becoming a points person because of it.
I know. I think our flight home was so long. We'll never do a 19.5-hour flight again.
No.
I think I need to become a business person. Economy's not for me. However, that means I'm going to have to try and start collecting points because I can't afford the flight.
I can't wait for next week's special interest to be us talking about how to get Qantas points for 3 hours straight.
Love that for us. And you.
Alrighty, goodbye, divas.
Goodbye.